Okay, good afternoon YouTube and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. Today I want to be discussing another fragrance review, and I'm not going to review each one of these individually. I'm just going to tell you what's coming. I want to talk a little bit about this brand and what I know about it, which is not much, but just kind of give you my first impression before I actually do a review and do a little research on each one of these specifically. And the house I want to talk about today is a house called Jean Paul Dupont. Now, I kind of stumbled on this particular fragrance because I was looking for oud fragrances, which I'm always looking for cheap oud fragrances, right? Or, whatever I can find with oud in them, whether it's, some people say synthetic or fake. I like them all. And I love that smell. It's just me, right? And so I was happening to just be searching through eBay, seeing what's out there. And I stumbled upon this brand, and I was able to stumble across Max 40 doing a review on this particular fragrance. And the one he bought several of these because the price on these is so good, it's really worth buying to have in your collection. And I mean, the presentation on the box and the bottle, it's amazing. You can get this for about $40 on eBay. Okay, and I'll put a link in description. Okay, where I picked it up from. I'm definitely going to pick up the fourth scent by them. It's called Amber Oriental, I believe it's called. Amber Oriental, if I'm saying that correctly. Just because the price is so good, why not have it in your collection? And I tend to like fragrances like this that are kind of mysterious and dark. And so if you like fragrances that are mysterious and dark, you're going to like these fragrances, okay? Now, one thing I just did is as soon as they sent the two fragrances, Oud Dior and Oud Majesty, which Max 40 also reviewed. And of the ones that he reviewed, his favorite was Oud Noir, okay? And let me just show you what that looks like. A very, very nice presentation. You have kind of like this box that's got kind of like a tree bark pattern on it. Same box on all of them with the exception of the platform here. Each fragrance had a different color. The amber one's going to be kind of like an orangey color. Then, of course, your Majestic's red and your Oud Dior is going to be like a gold. Pop the cap on it. Nice box, not flimsy at all. I never really go too in-depth with the bottle presentation. I don't like the cap doesn't fit great. I don't really care. What's more of a concern to me is how it smells and how I feel when I'm wearing it. Now, Oud Noir was one that, he said was a hidden gem in his video. And you know what? So far, I haven't worn these, so I sprayed them. They are very, very dark and mysterious, and I like that because I love Encre Noir, one of my favorite fragrances ever produced. And I'm not saying these smell like Encre Noir, but they definitely have that dark, mysterious kind of smell. They're very strong, and they definitely give you a niche quality, in my opinion. Now, when I first got the shipment, they sent it in two different boxes. So, Oud Noir came today. Oud Dior and Oud Majesty came yesterday, and so I wasn't able to really smell them until this morning. And so I sprayed on here. That's Oud Noir. I'm sorry, Oud Dior. Sorry, and then of course you have your Oud Majesty. Now Oud Majesty, that really has a very, very burned flavor, burned note to it. That one is going to be a tough one to wear. I know when Max did the review, he said that was his least favorite of the four, and I could see why. You almost have like a very, very very burnt note in there, which we'll have to see how that wears. So far, when I first smelled it, I was kind of impressed, but now that it's dried down this piece of paper here, that's going to be a very tough one to wear. That one may be one of the few in my collection that I don't wear very much. But we have to give it a chance, right? So moving on, the Oud Dior, definitely one that's going to be worn in the collection. I can tell I'm going to like that. And then I was really excited to get the Oud Noir. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm a little... Okay, when I first popped the cap, I knew I liked it. But as soon as I popped the cap, before I even sprayed it, I knew it smelled like something that I smelled before. Something I had in my collection. It's something I like very much. And I can tell you that it's almost exactly the same fragrance. The same juice. There is very, very, really little difference that I can tell with this fragrance. And the fragrance that this smells exactly like, in my opinion, exactly like, is Remy Latour Black Oud. I'm sorry, Black Wood. Remy Latour Black Wood. $16, $15, $16 a bottle for 100 mils. This is like side by side, spot on for that fragrance. The only difference that I can smell between the two of those, and they are so similar, is that the Oud Noir has just a slightly spicier note in there as opposed to the Remy Latour Black Wood. For the money, had I known it was that close, I probably wouldn't have spent, it wasn't that much, guys. It was like 30, 40 bucks, right? But it's definitely a great fragrance. But I gotta smell it again because it's just, I like to be honest with you guys. I want you guys to be able to get the best deal for the best product. But all right, so there, like I said, there is a slight difference, and it's the spice. There is a slightly spicier note in Oud Noir than there is Remy Latour Black Wood, but they are so close. I don't really think if somebody's wearing one or the other that you're going to be able to tell the difference. They both smell exactly the same, which is a little bit disappointing because I was hoping for something different. That's why we buy colognes, to have different, unique smells. So that one is a little disappointing. But that's the thing with some of these no-name brands where there's no information about them. Sometimes companies work deals where they just sell the juice and they'll repackage it under a different name. So you don't really know what companies are doing nowadays. But I can almost guarantee you, that those two are almost the exact same fragrances. Now that's not the same with Oud Dior. I'm gonna go ahead and spray a little more of that so I get a net. This one's got a nice note to it. This is different than anything I have. You do get a blast of alcohol right after the beginning, but I've been smelling fragrances all morning, so. Man, the other one's going to be a tough one. That one's, whew, I'm not sure about that one, guys. All right, well, there's my just quick presentation on 3 new fragrances. I'm probably going to pick up Amber Oriental just because it's so cheap, and hopefully it's a good one. They also have one here I'm looking at called Perfume Intense, and that one I might pick that one up as well. They definitely give you a lot of quality. If you like fragrances that are just a little bit, that are unique, I can guarantee you, whether that's Remy Latour's Black Wood or not, if you wear either one, I've worn Black Wood many times and I always get compliments on them. It is more of a warm weather juice, that's for sure. I'm not really sure if you'd want to wear. What the hell? Not really sure if you'd want to wear that in the middle of summer, but nice breezy fall day, perfect, like today. Sometimes like the local bar, I've been in there a few times, and when they have the doors open, days like this, you have that fresh air coming in, and just like your cologne gets blasted off your body with that. People smell it, and I remember one girl was like, "Ooh, man, you smell really good." It's definitely these are definitely compliment getters. As far as the Oud Noir. The Oud Majesty, that one is definitely that's going to take a little bit of getting used to there. We'll see. This might be one you wear and you wash off. We're going to find out. But I will definitely keep you guys posted on that. So definitely check them out. Check the link in the description. As always, subscribe to the channel and have a great day.